Hello, this is Joe Sonona with Sonona Speaks Seminars, and this is Coffee Talk with the listing pros in real estate. And my guest this week is Brandon Silverman of Aliano Real Estate in Miller Place. How are you, Brandon?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. So tell the audience, well, first of all, I'll tell the audience how we met because I think it's a good story. We met in new agent orientation class where I'm an instructor at the Long Island Board of Realtors. And Brandon was my student, and I watched this man grow up to be probably one of the most hardest working real estate agents. I know a lot of them in the industry, but Brandon has really succeeded in becoming not just a listing pro or know what he's doing in real estate, but he is showing every real estate agent out there that he is a true example of a very hardworking guy and he'll go the distance for you. So now that I've done that, I've probably killed the whole interview and the show is over. But no, I'm only kidding. So, Brandon, tell everybody at home a little bit about yourself and who you are and what got you started here.
Yeah, so I in 2019 I got my license. It feels like it's been like 3 years. I was at a company before I went to this company. A buddy of mine, he was like, let's go take the course in real estate. I'm like, I, I don't know, maybe. You know, I'd done it. I did it. I failed once. I told my dad, I was like, listen, I'm right there. I know I can pass this. I'm going to pass this. And he was like, no, just go find something else. Go do something else. I'm like, I'm not gonna give up. I don't do that. So I passed, and I got my first listing with this company that I'm at now, and trying
Mhm.
to been killing
And now that you've succeeded in getting your first listing, and I know you're on to your second, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth. We had our first guest here and Jacob Maldonado from Texas. That was the first guest on Coffee Talk. And everyone was like, why are you having the first guest on Coffee Talk who's not even a top listing producer? And I said, well, you know why? Because I want to show people in real estate, those new, those older in the business, that you don't have to be a top lister to be on this show. You have to be a hardworking man or a woman who in the business can give an example to other real estate agents. That's why you're here. And I think that if you prove to people that you have a good work ethic and a good personality, and you're here to show other real estate agents that you don't need to have this long ass resume, as I say, to be a top lister. You can be on Coffee Talk. Why not? It's a teaching show. So tell us a little bit about the advice you would give to a new agent coming into the business. What would you tell that new agent coming in, since this is what, your third year coming
second,
in?
second.
Second. So how is life in the sophomore year of real estate? You've gone through this pandemic, right? You've
Yeah.
lived through a quarantine. Tell us a little bit about how hard that was for you as a new agent coming in.
I was getting ready to give up. I mean, the whole pandemic. Can't cold call. That was my thing. Couldn't do that. I was using App City. That sucked. I didn't know what to do. When I was with my first company, I got my first client. It was a buyer, but they ditched me and they left. And I mean, for new agents that come in, work. Put your head down, and you don't you don't necessarily need an office to train and sit in a classroom. Get a mentor, and the office is there for your broker. Sit there with your broker, hear what he has to say on the phone, and really tune in. Get it, go to open houses, and follow your mentor at showings, at open houses. And I mean, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna want to give up, but put your head down, and can I curse on here? Is that okay?
Well, it is my show, but you don't have to
Sorry. I'm sorry.
curse.
I for the outside noise,
Right, right. Block
just
out all the
yeah,
outside
yeah. All right,
noise.
Joe.
Well, it's true because and everything Brandon is saying right now is the truth of what all new agents should be hearing to. And let me ask you, did that help by blocking out all the noise? Is that what really made in your head a click, or is it going back to work after a quarantine and really putting your head down to something and making it want to work? I mean, did it for you? Did you block out the noise?
No, I didn't block out the noise. I did a little bit, but it motivated me. And, the failures that I had for a year, they got me competitive. I'm out for blood. Yeah,
They're out for blood right now.
I'm out for blood.
Right. What about the consumer? Are you out to save the consumer from? Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to save consumers here from being, misled or misguided by the social media outlets that are out there and all the fake. I call them the fake fantasy shows, that are out there that, I'm going to sell a listing in the course of an hour, and it's not. They make it look too simple on television, don't they?
Yeah, like $1 million listing,
Oh, I wasn't going there, but you
uh,
went there.
hmm.
But well, listen, that's entertainment television, and that's going to give you or give people a little bit of a window into our world. But I think that our world is a little bit more real. We struggle 2, 3 months at a time, and like that couple that ghosted you, or that couple that didn't ever calls you back, or that person that just says, you know what, I'll go somewhere else. you know but until we realize that it's a numbers game and that people are just not coming so quickly to us to list their home, now the struggle becomes real, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's funny that you said that because I had a buyer and I was getting ready to show him houses on Sunday, and we were supposed to go to open house and they called me back and she's like, we're just gonna go with someone else.
Yeah, yeah. And the same goes forward for and for listers, listing agents, homeowners that say, you know what, we're going with someone else. We're going to interview 4 different or 5 different brokers, and you do your best to impress them with what and at the end of the day, they go with somebody who's Mr. Show Off or Miss Show Off, and has this big presence on social media. But meanwhile, the person they should have listed with is someone like yourself, who is very hardworking, someone who's going to go the distance for them, and someone who's going to work very, very hard, trying to get a broker for them. I'm sorry, get a buyer for them. You know, so if you had to give someone like me, who's been in the business a long time, some well worth advice on how to do my business, what advice would you offer someone experienced, if you could?
Um, Usually the older people are giving me, um, um,
Did you ever take their advice?
yeah, I mean, I take their advice,
Okay. I know you're not one to tell somebody where to go and how to get there and give directions, but if you had to just say, "Hey, you know what, Joe, you should be doing it that way," what would you say to me in my business world?
um, use Facebook.
Hmm. Not be afraid of technology. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
What kind of technology do you use to market listings? Have you discovered anything new, refreshing, or you going with just the MLS, signage? What technology do you use?
Um, well, I mean, I just, I get the professional photographers in there, and I just make my own video and put it up on Facebook, and that's how I market it. And I put it on the MLS, and It was on.
What results did you get with that? Did you get any leads from that?
No, I didn't get any leads from it.
Okay. Well, until you find something that really works, you can't really understand which technology is a good working source for you, right?
Yeah.
So, what what advice would you give to people who are struggling right now at post pandemic, post quarantine? You know, what are you doing right now to make a lead generation source for yourself?
Um, I'm using App City. I'm using a couple other lead sources where you have to pay at closing. You never want to spend money like on Zillow, and spend like thousands of dollars on a zip code, because they might suck. You might not get
Mhm.
anywhere with that. So
Right.
I mean, anything that you could pay at closing, it might suck, but at least you get your name out there, and um, you know, it might it works.
Okay, that's good. Um, Tell me, out of all the principles of fiduciary responsibilities, obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accountability, and reasonable care, which one would you pick, Brandon Silverman, if you had a choice in confidential, I'm sorry, in the fiduciary responsibilities, and why? Which one of those would you pick?
Loyalty.
Because
I mean, if something doesn't get done, I'm after them.
who are you after?
Like the attorney or the buyer's agent.
Mhm. So you stand by the principle of loyalty because you believe that that's where to go.
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. Any other words for the audience here?
No.
No, you're
No.
just gonna be. You shied up on me. I don't know why you shied up on me all of a sudden. No, it's great to have you on the show. It's great to have you as an example of someone who can lead the charge of new agents and show them a better work ethic. There's a lot of people that don't have the mindset that you have, and they should have a good mindset so that they can get their businesses started. So thank you for being here. It really means a lot to have you here. We're also friends, and I want to disclose that to the audience. Boy, there's something going on in my neighborhood,
I hear
but
it.
but yeah, that's every day, every single day that happens. So I just wanted to thank you for being here and showing people, especially the new agents, that even people like yourself who are not big top listing pros, but you'll get there. You'll get there, and I think with the onset of COVID-19 vaccinations, and now people starting to open up and things starting to open up in on Long Island, especially. You're one to watch, Mr. Silverman. You really are. You are. You're one of the rising stars in real estate. So don't give up, because sophomore year is just the beginning of your career. It's junior and senior that I'm going to be watching you.
I mean, it's beginning. It really has. I got my
Do
first
you
list.
feel it beginning? Do you think that you've broken through a barrier?
Yeah, I feel like I have
Mhm.
kind of
And is it because things are opening up, or because you changed your attitude toward the business?
both.
Mhm. Is that all you're going to say? You're not going to give away your secret sauce? What is your secret sauce to listing property?
I don't have any
What what
secrets.
what landed you that listing, that first one to break through?
It was my friend. I was at work one day and I got a text and he was like, "I want you to sell my house. Call me." And I was like, "Okay." And then we listed it and it's in contract.
Wait a minute. You went there, listed the property. Was it easy to convince them to just sign paperwork?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now the second one you're working on, what is going to be your secret sauce?
There's no secret sauce for that. I mean, they just sign.
Okay. When you list the property, do you call around and just say, "Hey, I got this property for sale, and if you know anyone looking to buy it, because I'm trying to sell it"?
No, I don't do that.
No.
No.
But you're going to tell the world that you sold the first property, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because that's what realtors do. They showcase and show off. And pretty much we're here to showcase and make relationships for people. I know you're a big fan of my friend Ricky Caruth, and I know you take a lot of his advice to heart. But are you taking more advice of your broker to heart?
Yes, I am.
Good for you. Well, you keep aligning yourself with your mentors and people that are good enough to shadow, and we'll be looking for you in the future to be a very big listing pro.
All right. Thank you.
All righty. Have a great day, and thank you for coming again. And this is Joe Sonoda with another episode of Coffee Talk with the Listing Pros, and this has been my guest, Brandon Silverman. Thank you, Brandon. Have a good day, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care.